guys, thank you for taking your time to watch another episode. Today I'm gonna take you through a project that it's already been done. We've been involved from point A to almost the last point. So I'll just give you a story behind the entire project and how things evolved. Initially, through word of mouth, that is referral, a friend came to me and introduced me to some Chinese guys who wanted to build up to do interiors or build up space for a casino, and that is the new Simba Casino club. As usual, normally as a procedure, we do a site visit, we do the designs, and then we build, and then the implementation process. We did our first site visit whereby we went to the site, we took measurements, we took photos of the space, conceptualized the space, just to enable us internalize or visualize the entire space, so that by the time we sit down and put these things into realistic visualization or realistic model, we have to understand. Apart from that, we were able to sit down with these clients of ours, and they gave us ideas, or they gave us their mind of what they wanted to achieve. And as usual, as the creative mind, we have to think big, we have to think out of the box. So we took their ideas and sat down, brainstormed as a design company or as a creative industry, and we merged their ideas with our ideas together and came up with a very nice design. So apart from that, probably I'll just take you through this, this being a different project. Each and every project is unique. So during the design process, for this particular project, the clients were slightly different. The client was a Chinese guy, and they're so particular, especially in what they want to achieve. So during the design process, these guys, normally we just come up with our own designs, maybe the first draft, we send it to a client looks at it, approves, or maybe comes up with some ideas, or they rectify a few bits here and there. But in this particular project, these guys, when we gave them the first draft, and they also came up with their own ideas. When we were doing the second draft to send them, they opted to come in and sit with us. So when they came in to just maybe for us to take them through the project, they decided to sit with us the entire, I think there were like 2 days. So the design process, as we were doing the changes and modeling the interiors, these guys were there telling us, shift this, put this, change this color, change this, for 2 good solid days. And one reason behind that is when these guys, when the Chinese decide to do something, they have decided, and normally they also have their own timelines, and they are fixed to that. So they were like, for us, we will make sure these designs are finished in the next 2 days, because whatever we are doing, we just have exactly 2 to 3 months to open. So we must do this, and the designs were to guide them to even order materials. Some of the items that we were using in the fit outs were to be ordered from China, so it helped us even sit with them. When normally we do BOQs, we sit on our own and do the building. These guys were telling us, build this way, because we are getting this one from here. Then now come the design process goes like that, and we finalize all the designs, and then everything is right. We come up with the elevations, come up with the details, and then all the working drawings. We come up with a BOQ, we give them, this is the BOQ, and this is what we need to follow. So they decided to order some materials from China, and then the rest of the construction, they decided also to build up the entire design on their own. So they have their own team, but now employed us as the project managers to oversee what we have designed and make sure that everything that had been put in that design comes out to look exactly like how we had designed. So on a day-to-day basis, we used to go to site, and these guys are very strict. You have to be there every day to just make sure that whoever is constructing, may it be the floors, may it be the ceilings, may it be the lightings, the plumbing works, any joinery works must be done to specifications. And we used to be there every day, ensuring that everything has been done to perfection. And then the process was so vigorous. It was challenging, but it was also a learning process. We learned so much from these guys in their budget, in their plans, in their whatever. So these guys, when they say it is 30 days or they say it is 60 days, it is strictly 60 days. And also in terms of budgets, they have already put in place, or they have already provided, or they are already sourced for the funds. The money is already there. They are not even thinking the way. So most of the times, even here we sign contracts, then you agree on a 50% down payment, 30% second installment, like that. But once that has been done, a client will tell you, let me give you a 10% first, then I'll give you tomorrow another 10%. And then the other 10%, you will see it maybe a month down the line. But the client will still be expecting the works to be ongoing exactly the same way you had agreed in the contract. But these guys, they marshal all the funds, they put it before you and tell you, now, let's do this thing. And then things just move like they had been planned. And that is one thing I have actually come to learn from these people. When you want to do any project, if you can measure your resources and put them together and decide that this is what I want to put in this, it makes things much more easier. Or if you left out the option of doubting, whereby you're giving someone some money but you're not so sure if they will deliver, things like that, again, that is another thing that slows down our projects. But again, without forgetting, it is still us Kenyans again who again let down our clients. So it's a 50-50 thing that we need to overcome. But for me, it was a learning process whereby I noticed that if you decided to do something and you got the right teams and you got all the monies available, then the things will move so fast, and everything will just be precise to what had been designed for. And then now after the construction is finished and we are out, and these guys, actually we've taken our own pictures, we've taken our own videos here and there, and we're like, okay, you guys, we hand over, and as we are gone, and we shake hands and we say, oh, goodbye. Then a day later or 3 days later, I received an invitation for a grand opening, and I was like, wow, I actually didn't expect this. So I happened to attend, and it was a serious grand opening with so much respect, and almost these guys also just appreciating the process, appreciating whatever we had given them in terms of our design company. So again, that is another thing that most people don't even do. Most projects we do, people by the time you're done, they will be friends, probably towards maybe at the first, maybe when the project is starting, towards maybe 70% of the project. But towards the end of the project, people just flip and they feel like probably I've paid, or probably this was not supposed to be done, and yet it is exactly the way it is in the design. So again, I felt like these guys, now it's not that most of the projects are 100%. You might not be able to deliver 100%, or you might not be able to give out 100% of what you have shown on maybe a 3D or a fly through. But if probably maybe as a contractor, you can try to give your clients slightly above 85% of how it looks. That is a plus. And I would also I also feel that clients, on the other hand, should also appreciate that, because I've also come across projects whereby maybe a contractor has been paid maybe fully, but when you look at the project and you look at the outcome, everything is poorly done, and maybe if it were to be quantified against the value of the money, again you realize that probably maybe you can value it at 20%. So, and so many clients go through that, and on my end, I feel like as a company, we try as much as we can to at least give our clients what they see in the designs, and we give what we have quoted for. Most of the times we don't go under, times we go beyond, but we cannot say we don't go to our clients and tell them we have gone beyond what you have given us. So again, I felt like that was a very big move, and I also maybe employed somewhere, maybe on my fundis or my designers or whatever, whereby you just appreciate the effort someone has put in, and actually it motivates maybe someone to even feel better. Then that was for that grand opening, and the place for sure came out extremely very beautiful, apart from a few things that these guys decided to shift a bit and change a little bit, like the reception that we wanted to put, they decided not to incorporate it in the design, which for me I felt like it was a very big thing in the design process, in the design that we had given out, but again, not a bad thing. Then maybe other few things that if we were to be fully involved, maybe 100%, there are some things that would have been done slightly better, but because you're using a team that you are secondary to them, you are not primary to them, whereby you are not involved with them on a daily basis, you do not understand each other properly. So it becomes a bit of a struggle, but we really tried as much as we could to just make sure that things come out exactly the way they were supposed to be, apart from just a few things that personally I would look at and say, this one, if Nani could have handled this, probably would have do that better. And guys, that is it for the Simba Casino. And as usual, guys, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and even liking our social media pages. And keep the interiors where style meets elegance.